a Wednesday, the 20th of May for 2026. Ready to go here. Mike Will, Tyson Ervenick, ready to get your news, weather, and sports. Everything you need to get out the door here this morning. Lots to talk about and a little controversy to talk about. We always like to talk about a little controversy. Why not? It happened at the state high school baseball tournament last night in a ball game between Guardian Angels Central Catholic West Point Beamer and Central City Centura. We'll talk about that coming up on the show today. Get you the rest of the results from state baseball yesterday. The state soccer tournament had a couple of championship games played last night for the girls. The boys will hold their championship games tonight. Big Ten Conference Baseball Tournament got underway yesterday. We'll have the results and the schedule for today. Another piece of the 2026-2027 Nebraska men's basketball schedule has been set. And after recording a school record 23 conference wins this season, as you might expect, the Nebraska baseball program was well represented in the Big Ten's postseason awards that were announced on Tuesday. NBA postseason, the playoffs, an exciting game last night. NHL playoffs will continue tonight. So we got a lot to talk about here today as we wake up and get going on this Wednesday morning as we welcome in Tyson Ervenick from the Western Studios. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. I guess the controversy, was it that they're finally making Guardian Angel Central Catholic West Point Beamer choose a name?
No,
that's not 19 syllables?
That's not the controversy we're going to talk about here today.
Oh.
But as long as you're going to take the keys to the car, we might as well get started right there.
Yeah,
I'm still trying to piece together what happened just in the short amount of time I've been up. Uh-huh. If you go to a lot of websites and social media sites, you're going to see that Guardian Angels Central Catholic West Point Beamer beat Central City last night by the score of 2-1.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I saw it posted on the Grand Island Independence website late last night that that was the score. I wake up this morning and find out that, oh no, they're going to replay a portion of the seventh inning. Mm-hmm. I guess it was determined hours after the ball game that a Guardian Angels pitcher that they inserted into the game in the bottom of the seventh inning to try to get the save and get him out of there actually was over on pitch count. He threw the other day, and he was over on the pitch count. So they're going to rewind the game, and they're going to resume this thing at 10 o'clock this morning with Guardian Angels Central Catholic leading 2-0 in the bottom of the seventh inning and a runner at second base with no outs. And the winner will move on then to face Mount Michael following the conclusion of the game as the tournament continues. But why are they replaying the game? Shouldn't that be a forfeit? If you're going to use an ineligible pitcher to come in and throw in the bottom of the seventh inning,
also
there's a pitch count. You would think that would be a forfeit, but why are they letting them replay the game?
I was going to ask why they're letting them replay the game in against Guardian Angel Central Catholic West Point Beamer. I know you used an ineligible player, but isn't it contingent upon the opposing coach? Because everyone gets pitching count cards from every team. They stick them with the assistant coach. You put them in your back pocket. You rarely look at them. You sign them at the end of the game, and then whoa!
And it's on game.
He went over the pitch count.
Oh, it's on Game Changer.
It's on Game Changer. And at that point, like if they go over the pitch count or they use an ineligible pitcher, it should be on the opposing team to call that to the attention of the umpire. And
right when it happened.
Then you deal with it, right? Like, same thing if you're, let's say using a batter on your team that you forgot to put as a substitute in the lineup card and hits a walk-off home run. It's contingent upon the opposing coach to let you know that you did that. Then make the action and corrective action in game, and not after you're already halfway home or in the hotel and be like, "Oh, right, well,
it must have happened."
We did math
a couple of hours later because all the newspaper guys already had their stories submitted and online and published. It was a 2-1 win for Guardian Angels over Central City Centura. Central City Centura thought they were finished, that they were eliminated from the tournament. Now they're back again, and they're going to replay a portion of the seventh inning. If anybody has...
That's goofy.
If anybody has more details on what we've been able to piece together so far this morning, you're more than welcome to join the discussion. 402-834-1330. That's the Hamilton Telecommunications fan line. If you'd like to leave us a message on the social media sites, obviously we'll monitor that as well throughout the hour. But just an interesting development last night involving Class C baseball. Guardian Angels Central Catholic, West Point Beamer, and Central City Centura in a little controversy with a ineligible player that evidently was trying to enter the game and pitched in the bottom of the seventh inning to try to lock up the win, and then it was later determined that he was over on pitch count for the week that he threw in the game, I think, on Monday. So if anybody has any knowledge of that and wants to chime in with us, we'd love to hear from him, because that I've never heard that happening before in all the years that I've covered high school sports, and certainly not in the state tournament.
The IT guy saying there has to be an objection rule and grace period.
What's that supposed to mean?
That's a great question.
Yeah, what's that mean? That there's a time after the game that you can object to anything that happened during the game, and then there's a grace period where they sit down and analyze it, or what? What's that mean?
It's a great question.
Anyway, that happened in Class C at baseball. And obviously in the other games yesterday, Grand Island was eliminated by Papillion La Vista 3-1 yesterday. Millard South still alive. They beat Omaha Westside 8-1. Class B, Omaha Gross over Gretna East 12-4. And Seward got by Platte Valley by the score of 2-1. So in baseball today, we're going to have Millard North playing Millard South at 10 this morning, and Lincoln East against Lincoln Pius at 4 in the Bracket 1 and Bracket 2 finals. Class B, Mount Michael is going to play whoever wins that game between Central City Centura and Guardian Angels Central Catholic West Point Beamer. And it's going to be Omaha Roncalli. They're going to be in action in the second ball game.
I got the official wording here from the NSAA. This coming from Colton Wurzbicki from the NSAA. Anyways, NSAA Class C baseball update posted like an hour ago. In the bottom of the seventh inning of the Guardian Angels Central Catholic West Point Beamer versus Central City Centura game, a protest allowable under high school baseball playing rules was made regarding the use of an ineligible pitcher based on the pitch count rule. Pitch count data requested from the NSAA allowed the pitcher to stay in the game and play to continue. Later, it was determined that there was a pitch count discrepancy, and the information provided by the NSAA was inaccurate, and the pitcher was ineligible due to the pitch count rule. During the state championships, if there is a pitch count discrepancy, pitch count numbers in the official scorebook, a.k.a. NSAA Game Changer, will be official. NSAA rules allow protests based on the eligibility of players to be considered Therefore, after reviewing the facts, the decision has been made to resume the game from the point where the protest occurred, which was the bottom of the seventh, 0-out, runner on second, a 0-1 count, with Guardian Angels Central Catholic West Point Beamer leading 2-0. The game will resume at 10 a.m. with the Papillion La Vista South, or at Papillion La Vista South. The winner will advance to play Mount Michael approximately a half hour later. So after all that, so a protest. When you see Jim Langan loves the protest. He makes it like super big and obvious. He had a couple of Sodbusters games last year where he would just put on a theatrical show during a protest. It's when you get the big P sign that he makes to the press box. That's when the opposing manager makes a protest. So then they had to go and have a grace period. You rarely win these things. You rarely win. Most of the time they try to find data and they can't find the data and they just give up. But then you have Game Changer, which digitally tracks all this stuff. And so therefore the protest was quickly validated, but they have to actually finish the game. It's kind of a weird rule when you're protesting something that can't immediately be figured out, that needs to go back and have two sources double verify the protest. So an interesting use of a protest actually working in a team's favor.
Yeah, Shano says that's also known as an objection and grace period to review.
It's called a protest.
Yeah, it's called a protest, and I think that guy is in the wrong, and what the hell are we going to do about this? So the NSAA has come out with a statement this morning regarding that, and that kind of clears things up as much as we can. But anyway, the game is going to continue. What happens if Central City Centura comes back to win that game? Hell, they got runners.
Runner on first with an 0-1 count.
Yeah. Bottom of the seventh inning, trailing 2-0. Got a runner at second base with no outs. And a count of 0-1 at the plate. Yeah,
I would favor the hitters in that scenario. One inning, all you got to do is show up and hit for one inning.
Yeah, you got to knock that guy home, make it 2-1. That was the score anyway.
I'll start with a leadoff bunt. And it's 9 o'clock in the morning. Those legs are going to be tired in the infield. Play a little small ball. Force them to do something. Idea. Force them to do something stupid. Throw the ball away. Now all of a sudden you get two runners in scoring position.
Hey, that's a good idea.
I don't know. Maybe it's like I've coached baseball before. Just a thought.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, that's what's going on as far as state high school baseball is concerned. Mm-hmm. Everybody's, if you'd like to chime in again on our social media sites on that story or anything else that's popped up in the last 24 hours.
It's very rare that protests actually work out in a team's favor. Out of the handful, and it's not a very common thing, but out of the handful of games that I've seen played under protest, very rarely, then this might be the one instance where it's actually turned around and worked out in a team's favor. It's probably happens throughout the course of once a season. League wide.
I've never seen it really happen.
Yeah,
that I can remember. That a protest was.
It's pitch count rules, lineup discrepancies. A lot of times you see it in Major League Baseball in a lineup discrepancy, like batting out of order, but they can't figure it out, and the umpire can't figure it out with his black book that he keeps all of his notes in, but the away bench has that you made a substitution, so they say, hey, whoa. They just batted out of order. That should be an out, and the umpire can't figure it out, and so he doesn't do anything, right? And then the opposing guy will be like, that's bull crap. I have him subbing here. This game is under protest. And then so again, they have to Dude, I love the presentation for a protest because it's big, and they like start here at their like back heel, and then make a big circle P. It's so much fun.
Yeah. Some people
Protest.
are chiming in. I know the pitch count was at 70. That's the problem. One source had the guy throwing 70 pitches on Monday. The other source, a game changer, had him throwing 71. So I know that's what's happening right here. The guy threw 70 pitches on Monday. One source had him throwing 70. One guy had him throwing a 71. So if you throw over 70, then you're ineligible to pitch for 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
And that one source had him throwing 71. The other source had him throwing under 71 pitches, which would make him eligible to come back and throw yesterday. So that's what the story is. I know it's based on the pitch count right at 70 or 71. So that and they're going to use the game changer, the source that he threw 71 pitches on Monday, which would make him eligible to pitch in the ball game yesterday. So they're going to replay that at 10 this morning. So that's the story on that.
Mm-hmm.
A couple other notes we'll get to here as we wake up, get going on this Wednesday with Huddle Up on Extreme Sports, or with Huddle Up on Extreme Sports. Jason Kidd has been ousted as the head coach of the Dallas Mavericks after 5 seasons and what the team described as a mutual decision last night. Kidd has 4 years and more than $40 billion remaining on his contract. They extended his contract the past couple of years, and now they're stuck. 4 years, $40 million remaining on the Jason Kidd's contract as the former coach of the Dallas Mavericks. Kidd had a 205 and 205 overall record with the Mavs. Dallas went 22-18 in the playoffs under Jason Kidd, advancing to the 2022 Western Conference Finals and the 2024 NBA Finals.
Luka.
Of course, he's a Hall of Famer point guard, drafted by the Mavs in 1994 and played a critical role in the franchise's lone championship in 2011 during his second stint with the team. His overall record as a head coach, 388 and 395, having begun his coaching career with the Brooklyn Nets in 2013, immediately after his retirement as a player, and coaching the Milwaukee Bucks from 2014 to 2018. So Jason Kidd is out as the head coach of the Dallas Mavericks. So
it's not like, I don't know. I keep going back to that franchise as a whole when they had the number 1 pick coming in, but then at the trade deadline decided to get rid of their biggest asset and player, and really only reason that Kidd was able to make those 2 playoff runs with Luka. And then when they traded him off to the Lakers, and it was like, what are you doing as a franchise? So I don't know. He never really got a front office to work with, but now he's got freaking, what'd you say, $40 million just going to be deposited into his checking account, and he can go toes up on a beach somewhere. So
supposedly,
kudos.
Jason Kidd, they've got new executives in their front office, and he was looking to maybe move into the front office, and they bypassed him. So that's where the split kind of began. It began with the Jason Kidd seeking a promotion into the front office, and they bypassed him. So, things went sour after that. Now, by mutual decision, they said last night, Jason Kidd is
never
out
mutual
as the head coach of the Dallas Mavericks.
It's never mutual.
Sure it is. You're fired, but that's okay. We'll just make this sound good. A mutual decision. I kind of left by mutual decision when I left my last job. We call it mutual decision. Waking up with Mike and Tyson here this morning. It says 7:21. let's get on with this. Here's another story that you can burn me with. The Kansas City Chiefs are in a little problem here.
Uh-huh.
Rashee Rice has been sentenced to serve 30 days in jail after testing positive for marijuana in violation of the terms of his probation for his role in a crash that left multiple people injured on a Dallas highway 2 years ago. Evidently, now I'm trying to follow this story as well. Rashee Rice evidently underwent surgery on his right knee to remove loose debris that was causing inflammation. He was expected to be sidelined for 2 months, but is expected to be ready for a training camp later on this summer. They didn't expect this ruling to come down yesterday, as it did. Rashee Rice was thrown in jail at 12:25 yesterday, and he's set to be released on June 16th. The Chiefs have voluntary practices that begin next week and mandatory minicamp that is set to end on June 11th. Rashee is going to be in jail at that time. Now, he went under surgery last week, and now he's going to be in a detention center, and he's not going to receive the medical attention and rehab that could have expedited his return to the team. So now he's in jail for 30 days, not going to receive the medical attention from his surgery that he had last week. Obviously, he won't be able to go under his rehab, and now his return to the Kansas City Chiefs could be delayed. So, yeah, Rashee Rice is a great football player, but hell, he's got to get his head on straight here. He had that car crash last couple of years ago in Dallas, and he's been in and out of trouble since joining the Chiefs. He's a hell of a player. We love him on the team, but he's got to get his head on straight. Wasn't he involved with an altercation with his girlfriend or something earlier this year?
Allegedly, and
allegedly.
Charges got dropped on that, but
yeah.
I don't know. I guess I've always thought of this, like, especially from the NFL perspective, we all say don't drink and drive, don't be high and drive. That's like welcome to 2026 and what you got to tell people. But at the same time, like, you're in the NFL, man. Just get a driver.
Well,
get a driver. You have millions of dollars. Like, if you're going to be partaking in activities, just hire a driver, dude.
Yeah, I don't know if this happened on a traffic stop that he was.
Well, it said it was from a accident that caused injury, and you would do a toxology report.
Yeah, he was on probation for that, and now during his probationary period, he tested positive for marijuana, so evidently he had to go in maybe as a condition.
Take a pee.
Yeah. A condition of his probation, he probably had to go in and get drug tested.
Yeah, that's play stupid games, win stupid prizes. So
yeah, he evidently tested positive for marijuana during that, and now the judge has had enough, and they just sentenced him to 30 days in jail, beginning immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And he was thrown in the clink yesterday at 12:25.
Yeah, if you get arrested for driving while high and then on a probationary period test positive for being high, that do not pass go directly to jail.
Yeah, we didn't even say he was high. They just said he tested positive.
But that
maybe had a toke or two.
He had to relax. He was nervous about his drug test, had to relax. Took a toke. Yeah. I don't know. That's unfair to say and walk in those shoes, but still, get it right, man.
So Rashee Rice is in some problems. The Chiefs have got some more problems to deal with. Oh, God, the Chief is chiming in. You
so
guys.
Good. That's so good.
No, it's not. Chief chiming in on our social media sites. The refs can't protect the Chiefs off of the football field. LOL.
Well done, Chief.
God, you guys whine all the time.
We're just like a pack of hyenas. Like
I know you are.
There's like a wounded Chief fan, and we're like, ooh.
I wasn't even going to use that story, knowing that I would take crap from you guys. Bet Rasheed Rice, he'll come back and burn Buffalo in the AFC Championship game this year.
You think we're getting to the AFC Championship game? Get ready to play Houston. Speaking of AFC Championship contenders, you making any fuss about this Lamar thing that everybody else is making a fuss about? Lamar skipping the first day of OTAs.
What was his excuse?
I don't know. I saw like big, bold headlines from one of the NFL pages. Turmoil brewing in Baltimore, question mark, question mark. Lamar Jackson skipping first day of OTAs.
That happens quite
all
often.
the time.
Yeah,
all the time.
Quite often.
But people blow things out of proportion in the offseason because they don't have anything to talk about. So
Yeah.
I was just curious if you had
No, I have.
Yeah,
I
it
have
happens
no
all the
feeling.
time.
It happens. It happens all the time. Here's one that we'll bring up to you. The NFL has approved the ability to play as many as 10 international games starting in 2027. That's up from 8 previously. The league also voted to strip the team's ability to protect any home games from international play. Previously, teams could protect 2 games. So now the NFL is going to play more international games, and basically they can handpick your schedule on taking away a home game and moving it across seas. I hate these international games. Can't stand them. Number one, they come at weird times on Sunday, and they're on. You can't follow them. And why are they playing in some of these sites anyway? And now they could pull out some of the better games and moving to the international scene.
Money, 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 money.
Oh, yeah.
Money.
Roger Goodell, the NFL commissioner, has a goal of maybe playing up to 16 international games per year. That's about 1 a week. 1 game per week on the NFL schedule will be played across seas. And if it's the Kansas City Chiefs, they'll send the Chiefs across seas and then make them play a Thursday night game the following week.
Or you could be like Jacksonville and spend 2 straight weeks out there. Did you see that?
Well,
They're going to London for back-to-back weekends. That's cruel.
But is it cruel?
You're in London for back-to-back weekends.
Well, you just stay there. And you would go through a normal week the next week.
There's nothing normal about being in London. The roads aren't even normal. You got to drive on the other side, and it's complicated and back-asswards and weird. And it would throw you off your rhythm so much to not be in your home training facility, and you're sleeping out of a hotel. You're putting a team in a hotel for 2 weeks, 2 straight freaking weeks.
Yeah.
You know, it's like living in a hotel for 4 days when you have like a rain out in baseball and you have an extra day that you weren't expecting, and all of a sudden you're in your hotel for 4 days. That's exhausting. I couldn't imagine 14 days in a hotel. And that's trash from the NFL scheduling perspective. And I don't care about the efforts for the globalization of the game. I understand why it exists, and I understand why international games are a thing. But at some point, you should get compensation as a franchise if you rip apart a home game off the schedule. And like you said, if there's no ability to protect those games, like if you're Philadelphia, you're going to protect the Cowboys when they're coming to town, and you're going to protect when the Giants are coming to town, right? Those are going to be your 2 biggest days of sale. And now you can rip up, like, could you imagine Thanksgiving Day with the Packers and Lions the way it ought to be at 6 o'clock in the morning, played in Austria, right?
Yeah.
Like that gives them the ability to do that. Not saying they will, but like you want to protect your rivalries for America's pastime. Boy, I just said that, and as a baseball fan, that was toxic. Let me do a rewind really quick. With America's fastest growing, second best sport in football, I understand the globalization aspect, but you want those big time rivalries to be played here at home.
All right, so that's just the first couple of moves out of the spring meetings of the NFL. Could see more international games starting in 2027, up to 10. Roger Goodell, the boss, says he'd like to play up to 16 international games.
10.
That's the goal. So there's just some of the things we're talking about here this morning on Huddle Up. Again, 402-834-1330 is our telephone number if you'd like to chime in with us here today. 402-834-1330. You can leave a message on our social media sites as well as we continue to monitor that. Waking Up with Mike and Tyson. It says 7:32 on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning news update on Extreme Sports.
We'll continue to monitor the severe weather activity that the state has endured over the last couple days. First of all, 3 tornadoes occurring Sunday, according to the National Weather Service, with the highest rating, the St. Libory tornado at an EF3. First tornado of the day was a brief touchdown that occurred 10 minutes before 5 o'clock, 5 miles south-southwest of Dannenbrog in Howard County. The second tornado, the St. Libory tornado, was on the ground from about 5:04 to 5:15, with the highest winds at 160 miles per hour, with maximum width of 350 yards. The third tornado occurred in a separate supercell back in Thayer County. That tornado was rated an EF1 and was on the ground for approximately 10 minutes with the highest wind speeds of 95 miles per hour. And then more severe weather occurred in the southeast portion of the state on Monday as severe storms brought tornadoes, damaging winds, and large hail to southeast Nebraska, causing significant damage in and around Auburn. Downed trees, power lines, structural damage was reported in Nemaha County as multiple tornado warnings were issued throughout the afternoon and evening. Thousands temporarily lost power and cleanup efforts continue. The National Weather Service is still continuing its damage surveys to determine the strength and number of tornadoes that touched down during Monday's outbreak. It is 7:33. Let's swing things over to the East Side Studios. Mike, what's going on in sports?
Well, sports today brought to you by Bamboo Mind and Body Spa, America's first 24-hour holistic wellness center, located at 208 South Burlington and Hastings, also in Blue Hill. After recording a school record 23 conference wins this season, the Nebraska baseball team was well represented in the Big Ten's postseason awards announced on Tuesday. Dylan Carey was named the Big Ten's Defensive Player of the Year, while Drew Grego was recognized as the Big Ten's Freshman of the Year. Carey was joined in the All-Big Ten first team by Carson Yassa, Deshaun Unger, Case Sanderson, and Mac Moyer. Grego was selected to the All-Big Ten second team. Grego and Jeter Worthley were named to the All-Freshman team, and Carey and Moyer landed in the All-Defensive team. Rounding out the Husker honorees were Caleb Clark, who is Nebraska's recipient of the Big Ten Sportsmanship Award. The Nebraska baseball team will play in the quarterfinals of the Big Ten baseball tournament on Friday. The softball team begins their Super Regional Series with Oklahoma State on Thursday. Another piece to the 2026-2027 Nebraska men's basketball schedule has been set, as the Huskers will host St. Louis in a preseason exhibition on Friday, October 9th. The Billikens were 29-6 last year and shared the Atlantic 10 regular season title before falling to eventual national champion Michigan in the second round of the NCAA tournament. Huskers will play a second preseason exhibition game at BYU on October the 16th. Nebraska Kearney finished sixth in the race for the MIAA All Sports Trophy. Pittsburgh State won the championship this year. They won the hardware. Washburn was second in the Commissioner's Cup standings, followed by Northwest Missouri, Central Missouri, and Missouri Southern. In the Big Ten Conference Baseball Tournament yesterday, Michigan State beat Purdue 8-4. Iowa got by Illinois 10-6. Michigan shut out Rutgers 10-0. And Washington defeated Ohio State 8-6. So your schedule today at the Big Ten Baseball Tournament in Omaha. The 9 o'clock game today, Purdue against Illinois, followed at 1 by Rutgers and Ohio State. Michigan State will play Iowa at 5 this afternoon, and then Michigan will take on Washington at 9 o'clock tonight. State High School Soccer Tournament yesterday, Omaha Marion girls won the Class A state championship with a 2-0 win over Elkhorn South. In Class B, Lincoln Pius got by Blair 2-1. The boys' championship will be decided tonight. In Class A, Lincoln Southwest will play Omaha South, while in Class B, it'll be Lexington against Gretna. District Golf yesterday, B3 out at Sydney. Hastings High finished in 6th place yesterday. Tigers had a team score at 342. Sydney won the district championship by a couple of strokes over Scotts Bluff. Sydney 306, Scotts Bluff 308. And then Pius with a score of 312. Parker Beck of Hastings High, he qualifies individually for the state golf tournament. He finished in a tie for 8th place after shooting a round of 79 on Tuesday. That's a check in your sports headlines, 7:37 now on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning weather update on Extreme Sports with Chief Meteorologist Tim Jones.
Wednesday will be another mild day with highs only into the low 60s. We'll have partly sunny skies and increasing clouds in the afternoon and the evening with chances of various showers and thunderstorms. Better chances will be to the west of the Tri-Cities and winds southeast 5 to 10 miles per hour. 43 overnight tonight, increasing chances for showers. Some lingering on Thursday with the high of 60. More chances for showers and thunderstorms Thursday night and heading into the holiday weekend. 60s Friday, 70s Saturday, and 80s on Sunday.
Right now, the winds are calm. We've got cloudy skies, and it's 42 in Hastings at Extreme Sports.
Start your engines, Hastings. It's time for fast, loud Friday nights at Cam Raceway. Cam Raceway is located just east of Hastings on J Street. Catch the adrenaline-pumping action every Friday night through August. Watch stock non-wing micros, restricted micros, junior sprints, cage karts, and more tear up Nebraska's fastest 8-mile dirt track. Gates open at 7. Racing roars to life at 8. Only $10 to get in, and kids 12 and under are free with a paying adult. Cam Raceway, where speed meets dirt and Friday nights come alive. Don't miss it.
I'm John Butler, funeral director and owner at Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Hastings.
And I'm Nikki Butler, the Advanced Funeral Planning Specialist. Whether you choose a traditional service, cremation, or a unique memorial service, our experienced staff is here to help guide you through every step. Visit us at lbvfh.com to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center. We are here when your need is greatest.
Hamilton has been providing IT solutions for businesses across the state of Nebraska for more than 3 decades. We know that Nebraska businesses are a driving force of support for the communities in which we live and work. We keep them connected and protected by delivering cybersecurity, hosted phones, and managed IT. We are grateful to be part of our Nebraska communities and to support their technology needs.
More information at Hamilton is Business.
If you're looking to buy or sell a home, see the professionals at North Shore Real Estate of Hastings. Real estate is one of the largest and most exciting investments you can make, and the folks at North Shore Real Estate are here to make sure the process is a fun and rewarding one. They serve Hastings, Harvard, Blue Hill, Kennesaw, and several other communities within a 35-mile radius of Hastings. They'll give you the guidance and support you need throughout the entire buying or selling experience. Give them a call at 402-461-6930 or stop in at 100 North Shore Drive in Hastings. North Shore Real Estate. Excellent agents, outstanding results.
When your family feels protected under our roof, they are free to dream. And you can get a personalized rate based on how you drive. Customize what you pay with Drive My Way, American Family Insurance. Give Matthew a call at 308-389-9124 or stop in at 204 North Walnut Street in Grand Island.
Get ready for the ultimate trivia experience with Extreme Sports Trivia. Play from anywhere at home, on the go, or at your favorite bar or restaurant. Compete live against players from all over in real time, answering questions across categories like sports, pop culture, Marvel, and more. Want to see how you stack up? Track your progress with live leaderboards and aim for the top spot. It's free, fun, and super easy to play. So what are you waiting for? Sign up today at extremesports.com trivia and start playing now. And keep an eye out. We're coming soon to a bar or restaurant near you.
All right, Mike Will, Tyson and Veronica with you. It's Huddle Up on Extreme Sports for a Wednesday, getting ready for the Memorial Day holiday weekend. Again, you and I will not be here Friday or Monday, so people have to get along without us for a couple of days this weekend. They'll be so sad.
Last show of the week coming up tomorrow.
Yeah, till next Tuesday. God.
Oh, boy.
I'm leaving you. I'm leaving you with no responsibility for the entire weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I'm leaving you with no responsibility that you have to get up and join me. That's scary.
Feeling is mutual from the Western Studios. You're on your own.
No, you don't have to worry about me.
You're going out to the lake and I've seen the crew that goes out to the lake. I know the people you'll be hanging around with. That's trouble.
We'll be okay.
That's trouble.
State high school track and field championships get underway today in Omaha. Classes A and B will be in the field and on the track today, and then classes C and D Friday and Saturday. They used to hold that thing all in conjunction with one another as far as the classes are concerned. There was like a three-day meet, and COVID came.
Yep.
And they switched this Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday schedule with A and B, C and D competing, and they've kind of stuck with the schedule since COVID. Makes for the people that are covering state track, makes for a long 4 days.
Did you ever have to go down to Burke to cover?
Yes.
That
was not one of my highlights of covering sports.
Was the most exercise I ever got as a sports broadcaster. Was the 3.5 mile hike from parking at Burke.
Oh, yeah.
To where your media hub was.
Just to get into the stadium.
And then, here was my gripe about covering state track was that the state track results were immediately available online. And so I always lobbied, and this was one of the head-scratching moments that I had, and this was back in my time in the Sandhills, and they're like, "Oh, go up to Omaha Burke and cover state track." I was like, "Cool, well, I don't have to drive 4 hours to do it. Like, the results are online. I can just stay here in the studio and do track reports." But no, they sent me out to Burke, and I was like, great, I can't wait to walk 4.5 miles and then sit there and you chill out for an hour. You get your results. You read off your results. You wait another hour. Grab your highlighter. Highlight top 3 finishers in the area.
A lot of the radio stations, they did that way before the social media came along.
Yeah.
And with today's technology, you really don't need to run out there and
you don't
sit there and watch the results and then call into your radio station, your local radio station, and give the results. That's old school stuff.
Track's not really something you can do play-by-play from a radio perspective.
Oh, so you just kind of give the results.
There's like 7 events that are happening, and you're just down at the finish line of the running events, and they could all be in the field, so it's not like you can provide play-by-play.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy doing
it.
That
Was
one bit.
Not my
cup of
not
tea.
the top of my list of things to do.
No. Anyway, state track, obviously a great event. We're not discounting that. It's a great event. It's just not good for you and I to cover as a sports broadcaster. Which leads me to another thing. Why does the state, I'm saying the NSAA,
yes,
always put the media parking lots like 3 miles from where we have to get into the facility?
Well, it's not
you mentioned Omaha Burke. It happens a lot at state basketball.
It's not supposed to. It's not supposed to be that way. There's supposed to be reservations and enough ample parking in the media lot. But then you drive up to the media lot and they're like, it's full. And I'm like, but I'm media. How could it possibly be full? I have a parking pass to park here. Well, sorry, lot's full. Moose out front, should have told you. Burk.
Yeah, it's never at a convenient place.
So I got a great story for that. And this was from the KRGI days. And I don't even mind dropping the old station that I worked for. This was back in the Grand Island days, and we had a window of opportunity to pull to pull something off. We were trying. It was back when they were like simultaneously running state volleyball, and then you have the last week of the regular football season, or maybe it was like second round of the playoffs. I don't even remember. But it was Northwest was playing Waverly in football, and Central Catholic was playing Gothenburg in volleyball. It was a Friday night, so it was a second round matchup, semifinal, to get into the state championship game. And so we go up to Pinnacle. We call state volleyball, and then had to haul ass and get it to Waverly. And we made it work, but it wasn't easy. And in broadcasting adventures, it's never easy, folks. But we pull up to the media lot, and we needed to be close. Like, we needed to get into a media lot where we could easily access, haul our shit out, and get on the road as quickly as possible. And we pull into the media lot, and they're like, sorry, guys, it's all booked up, even though we have a parking pass. And so what I said was, hey, there's spots available. We know there's spots available. This guy's just going to give us a hard time. So why don't you tell him that you're going to drive up to the door, drop me off with our stuff, and then we'll just park in a spot, which is exactly what we did. I was like, I'm going to, get dropped off here at the door. Then we'll come back out and we'll park somewhere. Okay, well, that's fine, whatever. So he lets us into the lot. We find a parking spot. We're like, this is good.
They'll just wheel it in there.
And then, so as the story goes, GICC wins the game. They beat Gothenburg. They're going to be playing in the state championship tomorrow morning. We're going to worry about that tomorrow morning. So we haul, because we have, at this point, less than an hour before kickoff to get to Waverly from Lincoln. And so we load up the back of the KRGI Sports Cruiser, throw all the equipment in, peel out of the parking lot. Don't even wave to the attendant because he's just pissed. And we get out onto Salt Creek Beetle Tiger Highway, whatever the hell that's called. And all of a sudden, I look out the back and I see our equipment rolling down the highway.
You forgot to shut the door?
We forgot to shut the back hatch. And when we peeled out of the parking lot, all of our shit came flying out the back. I'm like, uh-oh. So here's me in the middle of a Lincoln freeway, navigating traffic, and I'm picking up the radio equipment. We throw it back in. We're like, I don't even know if this is damaged at this point. We just are getting to Waverly. Not a word was said about the incident. We did not talk about it. We just drove.
Yeah,
and we would get there. It's all in working order. We get the double pulled off, but that was one of my most memorable moments. But it all started with the asshole parking attendant was like, "You guys got to park across the bridge." We would have never made it. Would have never made it.
Wow. All right. Just interesting things that happen on this show occasionally.
That's right. NBA, NHL playoffs. You want to get to that?
Yeah, I got that next.
Nice.
You're reading my mind. The New York Knicks last night beat Cleveland 115-104 in the first game of the Eastern Conference Finals. But the Knicks had to come back from 22 points down in the fourth quarter to beat Cleveland last night. So the Knicks take game one, 115-104. The Western Conference Final Series will continue tonight. San Antonio playing at Oklahoma City. The Spurs won the first game of the Western Conference Finals on Monday, 122-115.
On the ice, there was absolutely no action last night as the Eastern Conference and Western Conference Finals have been decided. They had a night off, and they will resume tonight in the West with the first game between the Vegas Golden Knights and the Colorado Avalanche. Then on Thursday, it is the Hurricanes and the Habs, a.k.a. the Canadians, getting set for their series. On the pitch, we can tell you that Arsenal is going to win the Premier League. When I told you that there's no way in hell Man City is just going to blow out Bournemouth. Bournemouth forced a 1-1 draw versus Man City, and that effectively ends Man City's title race. They will finish runner-up. Arsenal will win the league. And then later on this afternoon, 2 o'clock, the Europa League, which is the second tier to the Champions League in the all-European competition. You have Aston Villa, out of the English Premier League. They will be facing SC, which stands for Soccer Club, SC Freiburg from the German division.
God.
We're getting you some culture on this show.
Jeez. Too bad I have to mow my yard today and go to the grocery store to get my items for the weekend.
Can't believe you're going to miss SC Freiburg and Aston Villa.
My schedule is full for today. A couple of things chiming in on their social media sites after the Chief gave me crap about protecting Rashid Rice. Mm-hmm. The refs can't do that. Protect the Chiefs for off of the field problems. Russ Kindig has chimed in. The 49ers, he's whining today. The 49ers have to travel 38,000 miles this year for their NFL schedule. Wah, wah. That's the most ever. Just stupid, Russ says. But when you're on the West Coast, what do you expect? Yeah, if you're on the West Coast.
Yeah, but he's the West Coast that's making international travel.
Oh,
but that's adding to the mileage.
Yeah, I thought that was maybe the total team mileage for the year.
You're going west to like whatever is it Brazil? I think they're playing in South America, and so yeah, that's their total international travel mileage is included into that group.
Yeah, all right. So yeah, that might be stupid. 38,000 additional miles to play these stupid international games.
Chief Ty thought the times you got the most exercise was in between softball games with the pit crew or helping with the garage sale, tires and sodas.
God. You could stand stuff. Yeah, you could stand a little bit more exercise.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, we all could. We could stand a little bit more exercise. I don't close my rings very often on my watch. We could all stand a little bit more exercise. Get out and walk a little bit. Walk that 3.5 miles to get up to Omaha Burke Stadium to cover state track. 7:54.
You could just drive there.
Yeah. 7:54. Waking up with Mike and Tyson here this morning. It's a Huddle Up on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning news update on Extreme Sports.
Well, the National Weather Service has officially filed their report from Sunday night's weather activity here in central Nebraska as they officially confirm 3 tornadoes occurring Sunday, with the highest rated in St. Libory as an EF3. First tornado of the day was a brief touchdown that occurred 10 minutes before 5 o'clock, just 5 miles southwest of Dannenbrog. The second tornado, the St. Libory tornado, was on the ground for about 10 minutes between 5:05 and 5:15. Highest rated winds were at 160 miles per hour, its maximum width at 350 yards. The third tornado occurred in a separate supercell in Thayer County. That tornado was an EF1 and was on the ground for about 10 minutes with maximum wind ratings of about 95 miles per hour. They're still calculating some of the data from within Monday's storms that occurred in southeast Nebraska, but severe storms did bring tornadoes, damaging winds, large hail to the area, causing significant damage in and around Auburn, with downed trees, power lines, and structural damage reported across Nemaha County as multiple tornado warnings were issued throughout the afternoon and evening. As thousands temporarily lost power and cleanup efforts continue, the National Weather Service is still continuing its damage surveys to determine the strength and any number of tornadoes that might have touched down during Monday's storms. 3 minutes until 8 o'clock. We'll head back over to the East Side Studios. Mike, what's going on in sports?
Well, sports today brought to you by Bamboo Mind and Body Spa of Hastings and Blue Hill. You can check them out at bamboospa.website or on Facebook. There was controversy at the Class C state baseball tournament in Omaha last night. Guardian Angels Central Catholic West Point Beamer beat Central City Centura 2-1, but hours later it was determined that the Guardian Angels squad used a player that was ineligible to pitch in the seventh inning because of pitch count. So they're actually replaying a portion of the final inning this morning. The game will resume at 10 this morning with Guardian Angels Central Catholic leading 2-0 in the bottom of the seventh inning with a runner at second base with no outs. The winner will face Mount Michael following the conclusion of their game today. In the other contest yesterday, Omaha Roncalli beat Auburn by the score of 5-2. Class A, Millard South beat Omaha Westside yesterday 8-1. Papillion La Vista South eliminated Grand Island with a 3-1 win. In Class B, Omaha Gross beat Gretna East 12-4, and Seward got by Platte Valley by the score of 2-1. At the state high school soccer tournament last night, the Omaha Marion girls won Class A with a 2-0 win over Elkhorn South. In Class B, Lincoln Pius got by Blair 2-1. The boys' championships will be decided tonight. In Class A, Lincoln Southwest will play Omaha South, while in Class B, it'll be Lexington against Gretna. And the state high school track and field championships get underway today in Omaha. Classes A and B will compete today and tomorrow. Then classes C and D on Friday and Saturday. That's a check in your sports headlines at 7:58 on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning weather update on Extreme Sports with Chief Meteorologist Tim Jones.
Wednesday will be another mild day with highs only into the low 60s. We'll have partly sunny skies and increasing clouds in the afternoon and the evening with chances of various showers and thunderstorms. Better chances will be to the west of the Tri-Cities and winds southeast 5 to 10 miles per hour. 43 overnight tonight, increasing chances for showers. Some lingering on Thursday with the high of 60. More chances for showers and thunderstorms Thursday night and heading into the holiday weekend. 60s Friday, 70s Saturday, and 80s on Sunday.
Winds are calm this morning, waking up to a cloudy sky. It's 42 in Hastings at Extreme Sports.
Accessible and affordable holistic care is just around the corner at Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center. Located at 208 South Burlington Avenue, Suite 101 in Hastings. At Bamboo Spa, we offer a range of therapies to help you unwind and recharge. Experience soothing massages, rejuvenating head spa scalp treatments, and our Advanced Glow 2 facials. Discover the healing power of ozone therapy and frequency healing. Become a member for exclusive 24-hour access to our therapeutic amenities, including the infrared sauna, hydro massage, and cryo lounge. Members enjoy 20% off all services and 10% off products in our non-toxic retail shop. Visit our Facebook page to learn more and book your appointment today. Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center, truly holistic care, designed for you.
You could sit at home this weekend, or you could be 350 feet above the North Loop River Valley with a glass of wine in hand. At Miletta Vista Winery, we've got the view, the food, and the wine to make the drive worth it. Lunch, dinner, or small plate appetizers, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. No stress, no rush, just a better way to spend your time. Miletta Vista Winery. Come and see what you've been missing. Miletta Vista Winery, St. Paul, Nebraska. Let us know you're coming. 308-754-4416.
Connet Auto Care is the trusted name in automotive repair and maintenance services in Hastings. We're a gold-certified Napa Auto Care Center. Our ASE-certified technicians have the Blue Seal of Excellence, receive continuous training, and are committed to providing the best service your vehicle can get. Whether it's preventative maintenance, major repairs, or just an oil change, Connet Auto Care is here for you.
Get ready, race fans. Cam Raceway is teaming up with Extreme Sports for an electrifying season of high-speed, dirt-slinging, adrenaline-pumping action. Every race night, we're bringing you live video coverage straight from the track, so you won't miss a single lap, pass, or photo finish. From non-wing warriors to cage karts, flat karts, and the A-class wing beasts, we've got it all. There's nothing like the roar of the engines, the smell of burning rubber, and the rush of dirt flying action right in front of you. So get to the track and experience it live. But if you can't make it, don't sweat. Extreme Sports has you covered. Buckle up, because this season is going to be fast, fierce, and unforgettable. Make sure you like and follow Extreme Sports on Facebook to get all the latest updates, and we will see you at the track.
All right, Mike Will, Giants Center Vronic with you. It's Huddle Up on Extreme Sports for this Wednesday. School's getting out for a lot of folks this week. School's out for the summer.
We got some late developing news.
Yeah.
From a former Husker and former Kearney Catholic star. It appears Heinrich Harburg has signed to become an NFL signed as a free agent with the Carolina Panthers.
Really?
So Heinrich Harburg has a home.
Carolina
coming
Panthers.
out 42 minutes ago. Heinrich Harburg.
Carolina Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, school's getting out. I think, is it Hastings Public today or tomorrow?
Thursday.
I think it's tomorrow.
Thursday.
That's tomorrow. Adams Central got out yesterday.
My teacher friends have been jealous. So we got out last week.
Yeah, Central Community College
Kinda
and
been-
Hastings College have already been out for a couple of weeks.
Kind of been putting the toes up and the feet up, and I was like, I bumped into a teacher. I was like, "Hi, enjoying your summer break?" And they just kind of looked at me and they're like, "We're not out yet. We're not out yet." It's
Yeah,
like,
a lot
oh,
of
that sucks.
A lot of those schools in their calendars for the year.
Yeah,
they had snow days.
Well, there was a lot of that.
Yeah, normally we take snow days.
Mm-hmm.
And now a lot of schools didn't even use any snow days this year, but they're still forced to go to school here till the end. Hell, if I was the superintendent, I'd just say, we didn't use any snow days. Let's take them here.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't use 6 snow days. If we got the allotted amount of days in school, I'd just say
that's good enough for me.
Call her a year.
Turn in the grades. Turn them in.
Yeah, we had the elementary track meet yesterday at Adams Central.
That's always such a hoot.
Oh, that was fun. I was out there. I came to the conclusion about mid-afternoon that I'm in the wrong business.
Oh?
Maybe I should be like an NIL agent or something. Riken, he's like a jet.
Uh-huh.
Riken's like a jet.
So,
God, he won all 3 of events yesterday, smoked the competition. Then they put him on a relay team.
Mm-hmm.
They won that too. I should be his agent. You and I need an assistant to carry my bag. That could be you.
I don't know if I want to get into NIL in youth sports. That's a conversation for another time, little buddy.
Well, I mean, for future years.
It's already kind of become a monster on the collegiate side.
Yeah, you and I could be agents.
I wouldn't know what to do.
We'll negotiate with Reich and see what we can come up with. Maybe a couple of cookies a week. Couple of cookies and a snack.
You know, the key to my heart is there'll be snacks, right? So
probably not the same as Riken snacks. So anyway, we'll be back here again tomorrow morning at 7 with the Huddle Up. If you'd like to listen to the show again, you can. We talked about the controversy in the Class C for the baseball tournament. Talked about that a lot in the first half hour of the show. So if you'd like to listen to the show again, you can chime in and you can listen to us again. Just go to our podcast section, our social media sites, and listen to the show again. We'll do it again tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock with the Huddle Up here on Extreme Sports. Have yourself a great day.
You've been listening to Huddle Up on Extreme Sports, Central Nebraska's new home for sports. Join us every weekday morning from 7 until 8 on Extreme Sports.